Hello, my name is Jeffrey Xu. I'm the Senior Education Specialist with Asian Development Bank. I support ADB's engagement in education-related projects with various developing member countries, particularly using ICT and education technology to promote education equity, improve efficiency and efficacy in the education systems. ADB Strategy 2030 calls out 6 global megatrends, namely climate change, biodiversity loss, digital transformation, demographic change, labor mobility, and urbanization, all of which inform ADB's theory of change in the education sector. Since early 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic has imposed the most impact, exacerbating poor learning outcomes and inequity in access to education. The potential exists, however, to turn this crisis into an opportunity enabled by a deepening global consensus on the need for an ecosystem approach that rethinks and transforms teaching and learning. To achieve its vision of learning for all, ADB proposed a two-pronged approach. First, going back to basics to ensure that everyone acquires the foundational learning or universal basic skills with no one left behind. And number two, adopting a transformational approach to build advanced skills on newly strengthened foundational learning. This two-pronged approach recognizes countries' differing development context while pursuing a common ambition to transform the education systems in line with the latest evidence and research. Now, going back to basics will ensure that foundational skills are sound and provided equitably to disadvantaged and marginalized groups and others whose learning lags. The learning crisis, even before the pandemic, requires a renewed focus on literacy and numeracy at the primary level. These are the foundations of secondary and higher education, and more lately of TVET. A transformational approach aims to support deeper reform that enables DMCs to graduate from success in basic education to similar success in intermediate and higher education. Emulating successful education systems, it, number one, integrates psychology, neuroscience, technology, and pedagogy in an interdisciplinary effort to improve teaching and learning. Number two, imparts to teachers and learners for 21st century skills through the STEM disciplines of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics as an emphasis on student inquiry. And thirdly, improves the governance and capacity in education systems with a well-educated workforce, with high-quality data to show education system progress toward benchmarks and standards. And at the same time, financing more closely linked to performance and evidence. This transformational approach emphasizes a new generation of adaptive learning technologies powered by AI and big data analytics to measure and ensure quality and equity at scale. This approach aims to prepare the workforce with digital skills, including fourth industrial revolution skills, to support digital transformation across sectors. What we face in the countries, there are three barriers to bridging the global equity gap in education. Number one is lack of adequate financing. Number two lies in the common technical areas in teacher training, curriculum development, and assessment. Third is on such thematic areas as quality, equity, and strong governance in the education sector. ADB's two-pronged approach builds on the basics to include new areas such as interdisciplinary and digital learning, enhanced governance and autonomy, and more sophisticated models of delivery. These two approaches can be pursued concurrently in DMCs in which more backward regions need stronger foundations and the more advanced regions are ready for transformation. I look forward to seeing you in the Bett UK event to collaborate and work together to mitigate disruption to learning and ensure our common objective of quality equitable access to education for all learners. Thank you. I'll see you then.